What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be showing you guys how to install a light bar behind the bumper on a 5th gen 4Runner. So let's go. After you have the top clips off, the next ones are going to be down here right behind the upper grill. They're just clips just like the top one, so just get your flathead underneath, turn it, and it'll come out. There is about 1, 2, 3, 4 of them down here, so get those out. Once you have those 4 out, you can take your grill lights, if you have grill lights, off, and then move on to the next step. Once you have all the clips out for this upper grill, you can now pull the grill out. You just need to pull it towards you, and it'll just pop out like that. And then you'll have the whole upper grill just like that. Now we need to remove the lower bumper. So we're going to be taking all the 10mm bolts that are on the bumper. There's going to be 1, 2, 3 right here, the exact same on the other side. And then there's going to be 2 right here, 1, 2, and 2 in the middle section. It's going to be 1 here and 1 right here. So take all of those off, and then we'll take off the bumper. Once you have all the 10mm bolts out, we're going to go back to the side of the bumper here. So there's going to be 1, 2 of these tabs that we will need a flathead to get it out. So go under it and kind of push it in towards the vehicle as you're wiggling it back and forth. Once you have that out, there's going to be this last one here. You will need to kind of pull out and away from it just to get it out like that. Once you have those out, just pull it and it'll pop out of place. And up here you can kind of see these little grooves that it's held in once it's in there. But once you have that popped out, you can kind of work your way around and just pull everything off. And then if you have fog lights, make sure you disconnect your fog lights. That way you can take the fog lights and the bumper off together. So we're gonna rest this one back up here. We're gonna come to the other side and do the other side. So same thing, wiggle it, push it in, then unplug your fog lights. Once you unplug your fog lights, you can now pull the entire bumper away. There we go.
Milo, watch out.
Watch out, Milo. Okay, next we will need to take these shrouds off. This one here and this one. And the same thing, we're going to need a flathead. There is a little groove. You just stick it right in there, twist it, pop it out. Same thing to the other side. Pop that out. Right back here, there is like a little tab that goes into the frame. You just need to pull it out. There we go. So this little tab right here is the tab I was talking about. There's actually 2 of them. This one goes into the top one, this one goes into the bottom one. So just need to pull it out. So now we are ready to put the bracket on for the light bar. First thing we need to do is we need to take off a 10mm bolt that is right here. It is a silver one, and it looks like it's the only 10mm silver one there. We are going to reuse that nut, so don't lose it. We'll put the bracket in. So I'm going to show you guys the passenger side. We already have it installed, so that way you guys know the orientation that it's supposed to go in. So if you look from the top view, you'll see that the bracket goes in an L shape, so it'll come over and then out. So don't put it on the opposite side over here. Make sure it is on the inside of this little bracket right here, okay? All right, so we're gonna install the bracket. So we wanna go on the inside of this metal piece here, and the L side is gonna come out, and that hole is gonna line up with that that bolt, and then we are gonna reuse that 10mm nut. So we'll put that nut back. We'll just snug it down, hand tighten it for now. We want it a little bit loose. Next, the hardware that we'll need per side is going to be 1 bolt with a hex head, 2 washers, a spacer, and a locking nut. We're going to be needing one of these per side, but we already did the other side, so we'll show you how to do it with this side. You want the bolt head on the inside of the vehicle. So first we're going to put our washer on. We're going to feed it through that hole, and then we're going to put the spacer right inside there, and then feed that bolt through the hole. Spacer and locking nut. So this nut here is actually an 11 millimeter instead of a 10. So, and on this other side, the hex, it's going to be a 3/16 Allen head. So hold one side and we'll tighten down the other side. Just want it to be snug, but it can still move a little bit. Don't snug any, or don't tighten everything down just yet. The other hardware you will receive is 2 little baggies. Depending on if you want to install 1 light bar or 2 light bar, you will need both. Okay, so if you're just doing one like we're doing today, we'll just need 1 of these, and you can just toss the other one or just put the other one away. So these brackets will allow you to run a single light bar or 2 of them, one on the bottom, one on top, and they give you different slots. That way, depending on how big your light bars are, you can use different holes. We are going to be using a Baja Designs S8 30-inch light bar. The hardware that is supplied is for a more of a generic like a Cali Rays or an extreme LED light bar. So these ones won't work on the Baja Designs, but we do have the Baja Designs bolts that we can use. So that's exactly what we're going to do to this one. All right, so we're gonna line it up with the middle hole here. We have our bolt, lock washer, and washer. We'll go ahead and start threading that on there. Do the same to the other side. And then go ahead and start tightening it down. As you can see, you can slide it back and forth as well if needed, depending on what light bar you have. So it's super adjustable. All right, so we aim the light bar perfectly straight, that way it just shoots straight. We'll go ahead and tighten everything down. Tighten the one back here. All right, now that we have everything tightened, we'll go ahead and put the bumper back and just put everything back together, and then we'll run the harness inside. We are gonna just start putting the bumper back together. Just pull it up, try to line it up as close as you can. It is really nice to have 2 people, and at this point you can put the fog lights back. Get everything lined up, push everything in, and then to the side we'll just push it in and it will lock into place just like that.
I wish mine did that.
And then we'll just start putting all the plastic clips back and put the upper grill in reverse of the way you saw it earlier. Alright guys, that's pretty much it for this video. I'll have the link to the brackets and the light bar in the description. If you guys like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.